What's up, guys? We already got the companion mod. I put out a video covering that yesterday. So today we are going to start our playthrough of the Red Bugler rewrite of the full Battle of Waterloo as the French. So there's no really big need for a long monologue on this. Just I'll tell you the real differences real quick between what the original scenario was and Reb's rewrite. So the first thing is he changed the score, the point totals required for a major victory. He took it from 30,000 points and upped it to 100,000 points. And he took all the objectives in the scenario and basically cut their overall value by about 70%. Some are a little more than 70%. So they are not worth what they were in the stock scenario. So like the main money objectives, the Allied left, the Allied right, in the stock scenario, those are worth 200 points a minute, and I think in this one they're worth 40 points a minute. So, a drastic cut to try and make this scenario something of a challenge, because as I've covered many times, the stock Waterloo scenario is virtually impossible to lose. It's just there's 500,000 points on the field all in total, and you only need 30,000 of them for a victory. You can trip over that and land on it. Let's get into this and see how much of a challenge this really is. A lot of units to load, and a lot of shrubbery to be planted. Alright, so here we are. We're Napoleon. We have about 77,000 men. And the order is dispatched to Grouchy, ordering him to hurry and join the main army has been sent. The infantry is in good spirits and is ready to attack on your orders. And it's just letting me know here that all our officers already start out on TC. So, okay, let's get at this. So the first thing I'm going to do is just take a brigade here. We'll use Bourgeois' brigade. He's kind of right in a good position here. We're just going to move him up to about here. Put him in the assault column, and we'll just TC all the units. And while they're marching up there, let's do a little reshuffling of some of our units here and put them in places where they more need to be. So Lobau we're going to use to set up the defense against the Prussians later on. It's always worth doing this because the Prussians take forever to get here. It allows you to set up just a ridiculous defense that they cannot breach. And you can extract a ton of points out of them just for doing that. So let's take Lobau off TC. We'll put him back on TC, but leave everybody off so that the whole corps follows him. And we will just use road movement here and move the whole corps over here. And there they go. They're all moving. And to clear out the way, let's just get some of this cavalry kind of out of the way here. So who do we got here? Watier's division. Good. Let's just bring them up and we'll place them behind this road here. And we'll put them in this formation. And TC the officers. Who else we got back here? Brigade commander. And okay, so here's Delort's division. And he's a little far away from his units here, but we'll just use him anyway. So let's bring them up and we'll put them, say, here. I'm just getting them out of the way here so that they're not like all up in this Place Noir area. And then who do we got here? We have Lefebvre's division. They're kind of not in a bad spot. They're facing the wrong way. So let's move them. And we'll put them in line again. TC the officers. Okay, that should be good. Anything else I need to do right off the bat here? Not really. And Bourgeois here is just about ready here to make his little maneuver. So as soon as they finish getting into position here, we'll do the old Les Hassant maneuver here, catch that objective. We'll be able to hold on to that for pretty much the whole game. And here's Lobau, all his boys. And, we should get these guys out of the way. So we have Gaio here. Where do we need to put them? Let's just put them right here. And we'll put the whole division there. TC the officers. Okay. Alright, so there they go. That clears the road up for the 6th Corps. And Bourgeois, where are you, buddy? You almost up there? Almost. So none of this needs to really be messed with yet. This is all. We'll take this brigade and go take Papilot later on. All my cavalry is repositioning itself. And come on, boys. Finish moving into position. Yeah, that's good. Right around there. And then once the 6th Corps is set up, I'll advance them. Okay, so we're basically in position here. So the first thing I'm going to do is take these 2 rightmost battalions, just detach them from the brigade because I'm going to do some other brigade level commands and I don't want them to be affected. And we're just going to march them right out here, maybe here, to get in range of Les Hassant. This is a real easy objective to take. There's nobody in the fort. We just have to basically run in there. And while we're doing that, now I can do these brigade level commands without affecting these 2 units. Let's bring the rest of the brigade over here. We'll TC them. Let's take a look at what some of these objectives are worth here. So, okay, Les Hassant has been pulled down to 20 points a minute. In the original scenario, it was 100. Hugomont is down to 20 points a minute. I think it was also 100. This is 40 points a minute. It was 200. And this was 40 points a minute, and it was also 200. So a big drastic cut across the board here of what these objective values are worth. And a drastic cut to the objectives, plus a drastic boost to what we actually need to win the scenario, probably means this scenario will be much more of a challenge than the original one. How much of a challenge it will be, I cannot say yet, because this is the first time I've ever played it. So, okay, our battalions are already ready to go here, so we're just going to double-click them in to the fort, and double-click them here so that they get in there as fast as possible. Once they get in there, they will start and occupy it. They will start shooting at these KGL units out here in the courtyard, and at that point we will then, when they turn around to engage the fort, these guys are probably too far away, but these guys will engage the fort. We can just take these 2 battalions, just bum rush the Orchid here, and give them the old bulldozer, and off they'll go. And that will clear out this this area here, and then we can just bring in some support to hide in the Orchid here. So there goes the 6th Corps in their travels. All our cavalry is up, just about, and we will be able to get that defense going later on and give the Prussians the warm welcome they deserve. So we're just about in the fort here. 1 unit has occupied it. And, oh no, that's where they're going. They will be in there in a second, and then once they do, we'll just wait for them to start opening fire on these units here. They're already getting hit by the artillery out here, these guys. They've already taken about 8 guys. Maybe a few from this battery, too. So they're getting dumped on already just by the guns. And, okay, I think we're just about here. There's one unit. There's the other. Okay, so we now have the fort occupied, and you can see they are beginning to open fire on these units out here. So now let's dump truck the Orchid here. So we'll take these guys off TC and just give them the bulldozer. Just march right up to them and Hulk smash. And we'll do this pretty cleanly. So we've already, these guys are already like, whoops, we weren't protecting the fort, and they're taking off. These guys are hanging around for a little bit, but, you know, they're going to get demolished. And, okay, we can begin double quicking the brigade here. And bulldozer time. And there we go. Charge. And now, from the brigade commander, you don't lose the charge button. Only on single units do you lose the charge button. So we can just keep mashing these charges out and get rid of these guys. You can see we're kicking the bejesus out of them. They surrendered. Let's hit this other unit now. And they're going to get taken in the rear here. Sorry about the trumpet, guys. I know that's annoying. It's just because I'm mashing the charge button. That did not used to be there. So I'll try not to mash it as hard as I was. And, okay, that's it. They're running. So, okay, at this point now, we can just take these units. We'll put them into line. Well, first, let's get our brigade commander into the fort so he can start taking the objective and getting some points. And we'll set these guys up in line, stick a row of skirmishers out in the hedgerows here, and then maybe we'll bring up another brigade to just kind of stick in here just to support this area. And if I didn't say it, guys, I'm going to do the 1 hour of this battle today, and then every subsequent video I'll do in a block of 2 hours so that everything works out to 9 hours. Okay, so we got these guys. Let's kick out a group of skirmishers here. Wait for them to move. There they go. And we'll put them right here. That's good. Re-TC these guys. And we'll do the same thing over here. These guys will stop firing as soon as these guys are out of range. They're just running for their lives and they're getting shot at while they're doing it. And let's kick this out. Another skirmisher group. They flip. And let's put them right here. No. Right there. Okay. And, alright, so that takes care of the Le Hassant position. We've got that. And we're already racking up points to it. It's not going to happen as fast as in the stock scenario because it's not worth as much anymore. And I guess we'll bring up Charlet here. And we'll put him in assault column and just stick him in here with his buddies. There we go. They'll just sit in here. That way, you know, as the cannon out here starts to bombard the fort and, you know, whittle my men down. If they fall below the point we need to have the fort occupied enough, we can just take any one of these units back here and stick them in there just to make sure we always keep the required manpower in the fort to occupy the objective. Okay, so with that done, we can do a few more housekeeping chores here. Okay, the first thing I want to do is just refine the Grand Battery a little bit. Some of these batteries are just not positioned quite the way I'd like them. We're just going to advance them a little bit. No, that's too big. Let's see this one. 50 yards here. This one we'll place manually because they're kind of crooked. Won't let me get that close. Okay, we'll do right there. And we'll just, yeah. And if that's not close enough, we'll just advance the battery. And this one, we'll just move up here to support Le Hassan. Put them right about here. Bring them up. Yeah, well, maybe right here. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so let's bring the officers for all these brigades up and just put them in column by division, the assault column, kind of right behind their, right behind the gun line here, just so they're up as close as they can need to be before I launch any attacks. Bring these guys up. Bring these guys up. Just form them all up here. This way, we can also bring cavalry up in here once we clear this area out here and condense this into a, as I talked about yesterday, a smaller footprint, which is always the best way to have your units deployed. You know what? With LeBrew's brigade here, let's just set them up kind of right in here. Well, maybe right here. And we'll put them in line. And I'll just set a row of skirmishers up in the hedgerows here. Actually, let's make it more like, say that. Yeah, that's good. So I'll put some skirmishers out in the hedgerows here, just because occasionally these boys get bored of not doing anything, and some of them will come running out to try and engage our cannon. So we'll just stick some skirmishers out here to dissuade them of that. Okay, let's get Jacquinot's division out of here. We'll put him out here so he can intercept the Prussians later, turn all their guns around, that kind of thing. Okay, so let's... And... There, and we'll put them in line. TC all the officers. And there they go. Okay, so that takes care of that. Any other housekeeping I need to do? We can move this cavalry all up later. 6th Corps is still moving into position. That'll take a little while. Okay, I think we're about ready to go head over to Hougoumont and wrap that area up. Who's this? Okay, so this is Guyot's division. Yeah, we'll bring them up here and just fill them into the space right here. Have a little cavalry line. There we go. Okay. So we can see Charlet's brigade moving in here, and that will put a nice form of defense against that. We have all the manpower we will ever need now to keep this fort occupied and getting some points from it. Okay. I think we're good. I think we're good. Let's just change all these brigades out here, since we're here, into the Grog Toolbars version of the column by division. Shorten their footprint a little bit. Do that. Do that. Okay, that takes care of those brigades. And here is Soy. Put him in the assault column. We will move Bowden, since we're going to use Bowden's brigade to hit the woods in front of Hougoumont. Let's just form them up behind these guns here. Get them out from behind Soy's brigade. We'll just stick them right here. Okay. And then we'll probably only need like 1 battalion to take these woods. I'm just going to back this cavalry, Huber's brigade, just back them up a little bit, only because they're up on the ridge right now, So they are kind of in view of some of these guns. It would be really hard for these guns to get a hit because they're so far away, but why even give them the opportunity, right? So let's just back them up right about here maybe, because we want to give the room for the squadrons. And there we go. Just back it up a little bit just to get them on the reverse slope of the ridge there. And then we will set about taking these woods here as soon as Baudin finishes moving into position. In the meantime, let's see how the 6th Corps is doing. And there's Papilot. And yes, here's the 6th Corps back here. Okay, so they're forming up here. Now, obviously, this is just marching column. We will deploy this all later and spread this out so that it covers from, yeah, about here to about up in here. Right up in here. And that'll cover the Prussians' approach down these 2 roads. But that is not for ours. We don't need to worry about that right now. And we will bring this cavalry up to support them. And some of this cavalry will go to cover the objective that will appear over here, and we'll put a little bit in here. Nothing is really going to come down in here. This is kind of far away. But you know, we'll just put up a little flank guard just so. Okay, Les Hassant. Do a little check on them. And yeah, this is all solid. It'll be a while. It'll be a while before anything comes of this. We just have to keep watch on this because our men are going to take losses as they're sitting in here. It'll take a lot of time because it's just artillery bombing away on the fort here. But eventually we will fall below. We got, you know, a couple of units in there. About when it falls below a certain amount, though, or units rout out of there, we will need to replace them with some fresh units back here. That's just why we got all this stockpiled back here. All right, I think we're ready to take a crack at Hougoumont here. Baudin is just about finished setting up here. Okay, so let's take Baudin himself and just stick him out here. We'll use him for the commander bonus. And we'll take this battalion, TC them as well as detach them. And we'll just bring them right up here. Right here. And from here we'll just kick out a whole bunch of skirmishers. You can see this is the smallest battalion in the brigade. It's only 350 men, which is more than enough to get this accomplished. So I'm just going to use the smallest battalion and just, you know, break them all up into skirmishers. No biggie. And, okay, everybody else is set here. You can see we take up so much less of a footprint in these Grad Toolbar Columbine divisions. It's just so much easier to wield like that. So, you know, I just flip everybody to that formation so that they're already in it. Now, these guys have already are probably taking losses because we're bombing away on them with the artillery. We can actually check and see how much damage we're doing to them. So we've done about 30 points, dropped about 30 men so far. I don't think this battery would really be able to hit them. I don't know if they are shooting at them. Maybe they are. They got 26 points already. Maybe this one. They got 9. So, yeah, we're chipping away at them. But once we get the skirmishers in here, we will... we'll get rid of them pretty handily. Okay, so let's start kicking out skirmisher groups. Wait for them to move. There they go. Okay, let's put them in here. split off another one. And we'll put them right here. Split off another one. And we'll put them right here. Then we'll just take what's left. Should be about 50 men. TC them. Put them in the skirmish formation, and we'll just run them up to add to their add to the fire here. Maybe help the skirmisher unit out. Double quick, guys. And we'll bring Bowden in. How about right there? And just so he gives the commander bonus to everybody in here. And then we'll be in. Let's finesse this a little bit better. Do right here. And that should be everybody. Okay, so that's one battalion we've got committed here. Should be more than enough to take all this out. As soon as they're done running into position here, we will do that. So let's spread you guys out a little bit. Let's put you like here. And as soon as this gets going here, we will take over as far as the points goes. We lost a few men just running into position, but these are skirmishers in defensive terrain against little company-sized units that are not in line formation, so we have the firing advantage. We're going to win this handily. This will be very quick. And I am not going to use the advance while engaged function with these skirmishers because, as we pointed out yesterday, currently that is flipping the toolbar back to the battalion level toolbar, which would then make it not possible for you to recall your skirmishers. So we'll just, if we have to advance, we'll just do it manually, not with the advance while engaged, because that button currently is not functioning quite the way I think it should. But as you can see, we're taking over here, and we're just going to wait till these guys to flee. And we just want to keep an eye on these guys. When they start advancing, we will take this unit here and just turn them to face them. So yeah, we've killed 6 of their, we've killed 19 of their men. We've only taken 6 casualties, so we're mollywopping them. And one unit is already broken, so let's continue the advance here. I'm going to manually bring these guys up and close the vise. We'll bring these guys up. Start closing the vise. Bring these guys up. Start closing the vise. There we go. Alright, so let's finish getting the rest of this all set up. So you can see this is one of those units that we ran out of Le Hassan earlier. They're marching back to their position, but there's nothing they can do when they approach this position. We got skirmishers in the hedgerows waiting for them, followed by a whole lot of muscle behind them, so we do not need to worry about them. They'll probably just end up running away again. So, okay. So this next unit has run off. So now we're going to take this unit. You can see they're bringing up some reinforcements here. So we're going to take this unit here and put them right here to be ready to intercept these guys. And let's finish closing the vise here. Put these guys right here. And we've basically got these guys virtually surrounded at this point. And let's advance Bowden. We might be close enough to take the objective here. Let's see. And are any of you boys moving yet? Nope. Okay. So these guys are not engaging, so I'm just going to turn these guys around to help get rid of these guys. Well, they're already running. Or they're getting ready to run, so we'll just have these guys engage them as well. Just surround them. And we do have the objective. Okay, we have 9 minutes to hold on to it before we can claim it. And we will finish getting rid of everybody here. You guys are still sitting there, huh? So I guess they're routed. These guys are just standing here. They are in, I believe I am engaged with them now, yes. So let's just advance a little bit so we can shoot the hell out of these guys. And let's go. Is anybody left in here? Okay, just these guys. And we'll just bring these guys up right here to surround them. They're gonna run off soon. Here they come. Alright, so we're going to take these guys and just intercept them. And by the time they get up here, these guys should be gone. There should be nothing left of them. There's not much left of them now. They're backing up, so they're going to run. And, okay. And yeah, we're just kicking the Jesus out of these guys, so they're not going to last. And we're continuing to dominate over here. So we're just waiting for the this battalion to come out. We're already engaged with them. And yeah, again, this is just the fact that we're in skirmish formation and they're in line. Even though they're small little units, they're in line formation, and that's just not a winning combo going up against skirmishers. Well, you guys are stubborn. You're surrounded. You're completely outmatched. Just get out of here, guys. There you go. There you go. Alright, so let's take this skirmisher unit now. We'll bring them up in here to help out with taking out the Coldstream Guard here. And bring these guys up. Just link up this whole line here. We'll bring Baudin up in here. And, well, I guess we can bring the rest of the brigade in now, too, can't we? So, let's do that. We'll bring the rest of the brigade up. So, that won't affect any of these guys up here because I already detached them, so they'll continue to do their thing. But we'll just bring our other 4 battalions. There they are. And here they come. Just get them in here. So if we need some muscle, because sometimes the Allies do send like some battalions of the Coldstream Guard through the fort to try and to apply some pressure to us from inside the fort. Currently, all they got in there is a little bit of these small Dutch Belgian units here, Nassau regiments, whatever they are. So if they want to hold on to this fort, they should send somebody else in there. I mean, I'm sure these battalions, when they're finished playing out here, will withdraw into the fort. It's too bad I can't use advance while engaged. I have to just manually do this here. Let's get a little closer here. Just finish these guys off a little faster. Oh, and these bozos are still standing here? They're facing the wrong way. Who are you guys shooting at? There's nobody out here. Alright, they're running off for good now. And we'll continue whittling down these guys. You can see by all the bodies, we are just shooting them like ducks. And again, it's just because we're in skirmish formation and they're not, and we have defensive terrain and they're out there in the open. All that good stuff. Okay, we are whacking these guys down. And yes, we are still considered to be in the woods. And I'm going to take this one to 12:30, guys, so we'll stop at 12:30 for this video. And the next 2 hours, or the next videos will be in 2-hour blocks. Just because it's an odd number of hours. Oh, okay, let's see what's going on out here. Anybody? Oh, yeah, they're too far away. They don't feel like engaging. Let's just actually put these guys in the hedgerows. Like these guys are. So we've got about 560 points so far from this objective. As you can see, they are just not worth what they used to be. So we got to get to 100,000 points with these piddling little objectives that are not worth diddly squat. And we got about 4 more minutes to wait on this objective, and I think that's 500 points. Let's just advance this skirmisher unit a little bit, just so they're screening these battalions when they come over here. I may have to take this outermost battalion and just move them somewhere else, so they're not in range to be fired upon. How are these guys doing? Beautiful. And beautiful. Okay. So yeah, this battalion right here, I'm just gonna move to like right here, just to keep them out of the firing range of these units out here, because this might be a little close. I mean, I could form them into line and just place them back here to help add to the fire, but I don't know, I'm not ready to commit the whole brigade yet. We're just using skirmishers. That's all that's needed to clear out this area. And as you can see, we're dropping these guys like ducks. Bring these guys up a little bit. I'm not really ready to engage the fort yet. We'll do that later when we bring the whole brigade up. We can engage the fort with a line of skirmishers, and then what we can do is once these guys are gone, we can take Soy's brigade, bring them up to about here, send a couple of his battalions forward, and paste up a bunch of skirmishers on this side so we can start surrounding the fort on multiple sides, put some line units behind the skirmishers for muscle, you know, that sort of thing. Oh, these guys too must be a little close, so we'll move these guys over here, and we'll just back these guys off over here and put them in assault column 2. Oh, I'm sorry, I misclick. These guys, we'll put them back here. Just I don't want the brigade engaged yet. Just let the skirmishers deal with all this little piddling stuff. They're backing up. They're ready to run. So, yeah, we'll bring these guys back. We'll just keep everything back here. And then once we clear all this out, we'll bring some line units up and put them up behind the skirmishers as we kind of line this area here. You know, just to shoot at these guys here. Shoot at the guys in the fort. What will really help is when we can get units on this side, because these guys are on the wall, so they are tough to dislodge without charging, and you're going to take losses there. So we'll just shoot them out, and then when we take the fort, we'll end up shooting these guys from behind anyway. These guys are almost done. The only reason they're still standing there, guys, is because these 2 battalions here are from the Coldstream Guard. They're extremely high troop quality, level 7 veteran. So they have to suffer a lot of losses to retreat. They're going to sit there and lose themselves almost to a man, like that, before they run off. So okay. So they're running off. They're probably going to withdraw into the fort. I'm just going to hang out a few minutes here and see if these guys want to get involved too. If they advance, then we can draw them into kind of the same position here, and we don't have to get too close to the fort. But if they don't, then whatever. I'll engage them from out here. But let's just wait till we got 30 seconds left on this objective. Oh, these guys look like they took a crack over here. Yeah, they took a crack over here at my skirmishers here. Yeah, they shot them up really good. So that's probably the end of them. Nope, they're regrouping. Maybe they'll try again later. Okay, these guys are done. And these guys are just sitting there. So, alright. Let's advance these guys. And these guys. See if we can keep them if we can keep them in the woods here, and see if we can engage these guys and start shooting them up. I'm gonna bring out Soy here and just set them up in assault column out here, just to get them ready to start working the other side of Hougoumont. PC everybody. Okay, that's good. And I'm just going to take this outermost cavalry brigade here and just bring them over here in case I need to do any formation control out in here or something. We'll just keep that same sort of thing. Hopefully that's behind the ridge and they can't be hit. If not, I'll adjust them. Alrighty, so we are engaged with these units now. We'll shoot them up. Oh no, they were facing good. Yeah. And they're still in the woods. So, yeah, they're shooting at them, they're shooting at them. So, these guys will, eventually, we'll shoot them all out, and we can then start pasting units up along this side of Hougoumont. And as I said, here comes the we lost visual of them, but here comes, there they are. Here comes the Coldstream Guard. Now, if they take up position inside the fort, then it's just going to take us a little while to actually shoot them out of there, shoot out the fort, vacate, and get them to vacate that position. If they move out of the fort and want to engage us out here, well, that's why I brought the cavalry out, because then we can just... These are Coldstream Guard units, they're veteran. We don't want to engage them in hand-to-hand combat. We have to use formation control. So we'll just use cavalry to put them in square and then just have a bunch of skirmishers shoot them all to death. Okay, so we have the objective now. And I think now we can begin moving up to start taking a crack at Hougoumont here. So let's move these guys up. And these guys up. And we'll take some line units. We'll start with 2. And put them up. We'll see how close we need to get them. We'll start with 2. And let's put them right here. Put them in line. And we can now bring Baudin up because he no longer has to occupy this objective. It's a waypoint objective, so once you acquire it, it just disappears. So commander bonuses for everybody. And yes, here come the Coldstream Guard. Big regiment, probably about 600, or sorry, big battalion, probably about 600 something men. They're level 7 elite, or not, veteran troops, very high quality, so depending on what they do will depend on how we fight them. So right now they're just deploying into line back there. Probably don't quite know what they want to do yet. Hopefully they just enter the fort. And yeah, we're peppering these guys. They're dropping like ducks. They'll be out of here momentarily. Okay, so let's take a few of these units and just bring them forward. We'll start kicking out skirmishers to paste up along the west side, or I'm sorry, the south side of Hougoumont here. So, okay. So these guys are not engaged. We need to move them up a little closer here. Let's see about these guys. And are these guys engaged? Yes, they're engaged. And they're not, so we need to bring them a little closer. And Bowdy should be good right there. Maybe I'll bring him up a little closer. We will bring these battalions up a little closer. And as soon as these guys are in position here, well, let's move them a little closer. We'll start kicking skirmishers out, and that'll get rid of this. Plus, we will be able to start pasting units up along the south side of the wall here. We're probably not going to get the best of this because, well, these guys are on the wall. It's just a great defense bonus. These trees are sort of blocking my view here. So who are these guys fighting? Yeah. So luckily we are at pretty extreme range here. So we're really just trying to keep these guys busy. Let's move them a little closer. I don't want to get them too close just because this is not an advantageous fight for them. Okay, so let's start pasting some skirmisher units, and we'll just outflank this guy, this position right here. Kick another one out from this unit. There they go. And we'll put them about right there. Might as well bring the line unit up behind them. Just have them start engaging. These guys are going to be right here, so we'll take this unit and put it right here, behind the skirmishers for the screen. And we'll leave the rest of Soy's brigade here for now. And this should really put an end to these guys quickly. You can see they're already backing up. And look at this, they are coming out. Alright, so we're going to need some cavalry. Let's go. And we'll just giddy up out here. Put them behind the skirmishers, and they will force the Coldstream Guard into square. And then we can just shoot them down like dogs. I thought I saw them moving out. I'm just bringing this cavalry up just in case. Only need one squadron. It's just a formation control thing. And we'll put them right here. Okay, so let's now move these skirmishers up into these hedgerows here. And we'll put this unit in line right behind them. And we will also move these guys up. And move these guys up right behind them. And these guys are getting a little tired, but we'll just line them up right in here. Bring a 3rd battalion into the action here. We'll put them right here. Put them in line. Okay. So these guys will start taking these guys out now. We'll put this line unit right behind them. They'll shoot them all up. Okay, so I guess the square... Oh, no, there they are. They moved out here. All right. Well, I don't have much out here, so let's bring a few units of Soy's brigade in here, actually. Oh, no, I do have another battalion. I do have another battalion. All right, so we'll just put them right in here. And if this If these guys start moving out, we'll kick some more skirmishers out. And they are. No, they're just changing position. This is not a good spot, guys. I don't know what you're going to do here. You're letting us paste skirmishers up against the whole south side of your fort here. As you can see, we're just wally-whopping these guys. That's the end of them. And we now have our cavalry out here. So if anything comes out here, we will be able to use formation control to get rid of them. And I have this unit right here. Just if this Coldstream Guard unit starts moving out, we'll line the edge of the woods here with some more skirmishers from this unit. And keep them engaged. But as long as they're sitting out there, I don't really care. Sit there. Okay, so now we have units pasted up against the whole south side of the fort here. And as you can see now, our skirmishers are not getting the best of this because skirmishers versus a fort is just not really a great matchup. However, they are screening the line unit, so that's really what matters. So these guys may get run off, but we'll just kick out another one. No big deal. No big deal. And they're once again moving. Let's see where they go. And all our line units are doing pretty good because they're behind the screen of skirmishers here. But yeah, over here they're not going to get the best of it. We really need to take that fort. That will get, if we could get into the fort with some units, that will shoot up this wall here from behind, and then we'll be okay. And these guys are still coming out. I have no idea what their intentions are. They just keep moving. They keep kind of shifting position out here. Quick look at the map here. Okay, nothing really going on. So we're still doing pretty good. We've only lost 110 men. We've killed about 350 men. We're got to take some more losses here doing this because, as I said, the wall is a great defensive bonus. So again, they're just setting up in line on the wall here. I don't care. Stay there. And our skirmishers, yeah, they're getting shot up. That's expected. But the main point is they are screening these guys who have still not taken any losses. And that is why skirmishers are so powerful. And I am going to detach this cavalry squadron here, because I may need to do some brigade commands later. I am going to take another cavalry squadron, though, detach them, and just bring them in here, just in case I need to do some formation control on these boys if they come out too far. As you can see, they just opened a volley and dropped some of my men here. Let's go ahead and kick out another skirmisher unit, see if we can give these guys something to fear. Okay, so let's run them out here and put them right on the flank of this Coldstream Guard unit here, and just see if we can get them to turn their position kind of this way so that they're not facing right at this unit here. How's the fort doing? They still got a good chunk of men in there. We got a lot of shooting to do. And we will continue trying to shoot these guys all up. Most of our units are doing pretty good. Nothing to complain about. These guys, of course, are not, because they're getting shot at by the Coldstream Guard, but very quickly here we will turn the Coldstream Guard around here. because they're not just going to stand there while they're getting shot in the flank. They're going to have to readjust their facing. And if they come at these guys, I'll just quickly recall them. Look at these guys heading back to lay Hassan for some more. Go get them, guys. Alright, so now we are on the flank of the Coldstream Guard. And, have at it, boys. Why aren't you engaging? Can you not see them? Is this a visibility issue? Let's get behind them. Probably because the flag is over here. It's not here I have to establish a line of visual contact to. I have to establish a line of contact to this. So I still haven't, so let's try and get behind them. Because I can see that right now I can only see this unit, and I want to see this unit. There we go. There we go. Let's halt them right here. Just turn them around. And now we can shoot at them. No, I did have them. Now I don't have them. What happened? Okay. That should be right. Nope, we still don't have it. I just had it. There we go. Okay, now we got it. Now we can see them, and we'll start shooting at them, and hopefully make them turn their position, because right now they are kicking the bejesus out of my line unit here, because there're just so many men up on that wall. We need to get rid of them. You're still not engaging. Why? This is a visibility issue. How about now? Engaged. Okay, we got it. No, not again. Oh my god. There we go. I think now I finally got it. It says primary target. Shoot at these guys. And, who's coming up here? Oh, these guys are routed. That's just Hassan guys. And, okay, now they're backing up. And, we're actually going to back up, too, because, we don't want them to turn around and come get us. But, there they go. Simple stuff, guys. Just outflank them and get them to pull back. And, okay, so now we can take these guys and head back. So, yeah, they did put quite a beating on our line unit here, but now they're gone. I mean, I'm sure they'll come back, but I'll just do that again if I have to. These guys, I'm sure, are routed and are probably going to run into my line and get themselves captured. And as you can see, this skirmisher screen is doing an amazing job at protecting my line unit. They've only taken 2 losses. This line unit has, Jesus, it's killed 200 men and they haven't taken any losses. So this area here is working just wonderfully. Everything here is going on. These guys are exhausted. And this unit's doing, they're doing alright. But now that we have the Coldstream Guard pulled back, okay, so these guys are done. We'll recall them. I'm just going to take this unit, just move it up here a little bit. And we also have some cavalry here now, so if the Coldstream Guard come back, I will use them to just put them in square, because they are much less of a threat in square. And we will continue our assault of Hugamat here. It's going pretty good, except over here because, you know, our now we're picking up. Now we're doing better. With the Coldstream Guard gone, we're doing better. But so we'll just keep an eye on in case they come back. And over here, everything is going just wonderfully. We're continuing to shoot them out. These skirmishers are indeed getting their heads handed to them, but that's not important. The important thing is that they're screening the main line, which has a lot more men in it, and the line is doing the bulk of the damage here. Just like this unit is here. This is absolutely disgusting. So I don't see where those Coldstream Guard battalion ran off to, and as long as they don't come back, I don't really care where they ran off to. Check out the map. Nothing really happening here. There's one unit hanging out there. They're not going to do anything, and nothing else going on. Okay. Good enough. Okay. So we have run some more units off. Looks like just a couple of little battalions left in there. If we can get them out, then we can just start sending units into the fort. And once that happens and we're in the fort, then we end up shooting these guys on the wall here in the rear, and that will run them off. Oop, my cavalry is engaged. Guys are a little close. They haven't been hit yet, but we just want to back them off. Yeah, maybe here. These guys are just resting, so that's a good spot. There you go, guys. Park yourselves right back there, and you won't take any losses. Well, this skirmisher unit's doing great. So they no longer have enough men inside the fort to occupy the objective. Now this gives us some information. If we open the map and hover over this objective, you can see that you need 500 men to occupy that objective. So at this point we know they have less than 500 men in the fort. So we are indeed shooting them down. Oh, you ducks. They're back. Alright, but now you're going to get the cavalry. Oh, where are you going? You going into the fort? Before I send the cavalry out, let's see what they do. If they go into the fort, then I don't care. They're in the fort, and we'll just shoot them out too. And you know what I really should do? Actually, let's bring some artillery up. Let's bring some artillery up just to start. Now, what artillery will do? We'll move this cavalry out of the way. What artillery will do is it will start to weaken the fort's defenses, so that it doesn't provide as much of a defensive benefit. So we're going to start bombing away on Hougoumont with artillery. So yeah, these guys are just running into the fort. No big deal. And we'll bring some guns up here. And just start bombing away on Hougoumont here at closer range. This is a good range. He'll start weakening the fort's defensive benefits, and that'll help us shoot these guys out even more. However, they just got a big boost of reinforcements with that Coldstream Guard regiment. It'll take a while to shoot them all out of there. And you know what? I'm just going to take this battalion out of the equation because they're not adding much to this. And I feel like instead of sitting here slugging it out with a losing battle against this wall that has a 90% defense benefit, we're making headway over here. This is where we're weakening the fort the most. So I'm going to focus my attack on this part of the fort. And we're just going to get these guys out of here. I'm just losing men for no reason. You know, we'll leave the skirmishers here, but they're basically going tit for tat. But there's no reason to expose these guys any further. They got rid of the Coldstream Guard. They're in the fort now. They're probably going to stay there. So let's just move them out of the way. Let's move them out of the way. And the cavalry has still managed to take a few losses, so I'm just going to put them back in the woods. But I don't think we're going to need them back here anymore. I think we're doing just fine over here shooting this out. We have lost our skirmishers, though, so now we're going to start taking some more losses. So, let's bring this unit up here. We're not going to engage this unit, but we will kick out a fresh skirmisher unit just to start screening this unit so they don't take... You can see there, now with the skirmisher screen gone, they're taking much more losses, so we have to get another skirmisher unit out there. So, double quick, fellas. So, yeah, we are going to lose a few skirmisher units during all of this because, you know, it's tough to shoot enemy out of a fort like this. And basically just you got to surround them and hit them with a lot of firepower over time, and that will eventually, the pressure will eventually do it. Okay, so let's kick out a freshie. And we'll stick them right in front of this unit yet again. And that'll stop them from taking, that'll again screen them. These guys can sit there, the battery's setting up. Alright guys, and that is 1 hour exactly. So we're going to end the video here, and when we pick up in the next video, we'll finish putting the skirmishers out here, the guns will be up, and we will continue our assault on Hougoumont here. We already have 2 objectives. We have, I'm sorry, 1 objective. We have Le Hassan, and then, yeah, we did take this waypoint objective. So we already have knocked out 2 objectives in the first hour. Hougoumont will be next as soon as we finish getting the guns up, getting the skirmishers back up, and continuing to just use all this here to shoot the fort's defenders out. And once we get in here, we'll be able to shoot these guys off the wall, and that will be the end of that. And then we can focus on bringing, we'll take this division right here, and we'll just sidestep them kind of over into this area, and we will begin hitting these units. We'll just bayonet them, get them out of there, so we can start swinging through this area on our way to this objective, and we'll use cavalry to clear out all these guns. That's the plan. So, alright guys, thanks for joining me, and I will see you for part 2 of the Red Bugler Challenge. Take it easy, fellas.